After a fabulous few days in Resolution Bay in our last video, we moved around to Endeavour Inlet. This large bay is populated with dozens of holiday houses and is home to the famous Furneaux Lodge and Punga Cove Lodge, both accessible from the Queen Charlotte track. We contacted Furneaux Lodge and picked up one of their moorings at the head of the bay. With very little wind, it was a calm and easy ride to shore in the tender. We were later surprised to discover the hills in this bay form a northerly funnel when the wind picks up. So while we had great weather, we decided to head to the lodge and explore and check out the restaurant. One downside about the Queen Charlotte Sound is that there are not many places you can take a dog without a permit. So we were very grateful to learn that dogs are welcome at both Furneaux Lodge and Punga Cove. The grounds at Furneaux are beautifully maintained, with sweeping lawns surrounding the historic homestead, stretching right down to the shoreline. Paths lead to the beach, jetty, accommodation units and restaurant, which was our next stop. Next stop, Punga Cove. Both of these lodges are locally owned by Marlborough Tour Company. When we visited, there was a bit of construction going on due to slip damage near the jetty, but this wasn't disruptive at all.
And we can bring Shiloh. And there's a mooring. Lots of moorings. Great flat grass. And we're guessing, do you reckon there might be a cafe, Alex?
Pathways leading from the jetty weave up past the swimming pool, accommodation suites and chalets right up to the restaurant. Where Furneaux Lodge was mostly flat, Punga Cove is situated on the side of a hill, so walking these paths amongst beautiful native bush and stunning views overlooking the bay is an experience in itself. And don't worry, there are maps scattered around so you won't get lost.
Extreme sports.
Now away from civilization and off to a remote bay in the outer Endeavour Inlet area. We managed to grab a club mooring in Pukikoikoi, which is a lovely bay with a beach, fresh water and a reef to the west which we were keen to explore on the kayak or paddleboard. We soon discovered Pukikoikoi is also a great place to spot seals and dolphins, as well as traffic heading up and down the Queen Charlotte Sound.
Hey buddy.
What we liked most about being here was there were no people. There was no road noise, just stunning views and the sound of waves, streams and cicadas. The boys enjoyed collecting water from the streams so that Maya could do some washing. And we woke up early, as we were perfectly positioned to see the stunning sunrise over the boat before moving on to Bay of Many Coves. Cockle Cove is a shallow bay at the eastern side of Bay of Many Coves, home to the famous luxury lodge of the same name. Well protected from northerly wind, the clear, calm water makes exploring the coast very inviting. Something that made our stay at Bay of Many Coves special is the multiple sightings of the curious little Hectors Dolphins.
Don't see it, dolphins!
We paddled out into the bay and stayed still, and before long they were swimming all around us.
Cove, and now we're playing with dolphins.
Hectors dolphins are the smallest and rarest marine dolphins in the world. Females grow to about 1.7 metres long and weigh around 50 kgs. The males are slightly smaller. The most distinctive identifying feature is the rounded dorsal fin, often described as looking like a Mickey Mouse ear. Compared to other dolphins and whales, Hectors dolphins have a relatively short lifespan. They reach breeding maturity at about 5 to 9 years and are able to produce just one calf every 2 to 4 years. They generally live into their mid-20s and socialise in small groups, and as the males play no role in rearing calves, the females will often form nursery groups with other females, so you can often see several calves in one area. These playful creatures communicate and find their food by using echolocation, short high-pitched clicks at a frequency humans can't actually hear. Reluctantly leaving the dolphins behind, we said goodbye to Bay of Many Coves and journeyed down the Queen Charlotte Sound to Lochmara Lodge in Lochmara Bay. Lochmara Lodge is not accessible by road, so you can only get here by boat, water taxi or via the Queen Charlotte track. If you are visiting for the day, you can purchase a day pass to explore the trails, paddleboard, kayak and check out some of the animals and native kakariki. There is also a touch tank and underwater observatory, which is one of only 2 like it in New Zealand. It was lunchtime when we arrived, so we decided to start at the restaurant, where we were lucky enough to have picked a day where there was great weather and live music.
They've got a couple other cool, really predator responses. So if a big fish like a snapper comes by and decides that this looks like lunch, they can drop off a whole arm off instantly, basically, and hope that the fish will just eat that one arm. And if that arm falls off, then it's perfectly fine and grow into a whole nother starfish, so clone itself or asexually reproduce. So they're really cool creatures.
Just that arm can.
Yep, just from the arm.
Wow.
So I flip this guy over. He's got some really sticky tube feet. That's what helps him stick to rocks. You can imagine this is a tidal animal, so the tide's going to be coming in and out, and it's going to get smashed around if there's it. So it wants to sit on there pretty snug. You can see at the moment, this guy's also just got his tummy out. So they'll suck their whole stomach out right from the centre here, and they'll eat outside of their body. So these starfish love to eat blue mussels, so you might see some blue mussel shells in the tank that are kind of split open. So they'll kind of use their arms, rip that shell in half.
Do they have a certain number of arms as well?
Yep, so they'll have a maximum of 11 arms, but you might see them with like 9 or 10, so that's just depending if they've dropped them or not. But no, they're pretty big. I can live up to about 35 years of age. Would anyone like to give it a hold?
Yes, please.
Wow.
Around our reef. So everything in this catch tank spends a couple of weeks in here, so it's like an exclusive rock pool holiday.
Ooh.
Feels quite weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Does it?
It's like having a
big
few rat
worms.
tails.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mum.
Wow.
So these guys, like the vacuums of the ocean, they soak up a whole lot of water, and then the inside they filter feed through and they pick up all sorts of bits that they like to eat. Algae, plankton, detritus, so they're basically the bottom feeders of the ocean. That's hold one? Maggie, do you want to hold one?
No.
They're not
Alex.
the prettiest animal, but it really helps them to blend into the environment, so predators can't see them as well.
Yeah.
They are in the same family as starfish, so if you kind of find the flatter side of your sea cucumber, they do have some sticky tube feet that really help them stick to rocks. Not nearly as good as the starfish though. So these crabs crawl on the ocean floor and they steal little bits of seaweed and they'll stick it to the outside of their shell so they can blend into the environment so that predators can't see them as well. Mostly a nocturnal crab, so moving around at night time. But he's got some pretty big pincers.
It does, doesn't it?
Pretty smart.
Yeah, very smart, isn't it? If you've heard of sea lettuce before, that really neon green seaweed, they can be fully covered in that and they look really crazy and cool. But they are in the same family as starfish. They've got a really sticky tube foot in each of these little spikes. You're more than welcome to touch it, even hold it if you'd like. They're not too bad to hold, but if you've ever stood on one before, you'll know all about it. The spike goes right through your foot and they're pretty nasty. Unfortunately, these kinna are becoming a bit of a pest here in New Zealand. So the more overfishing that we do, especially of kind of blue cod, snapper, they're some of the only fish with really strong enough jaws to break through that really tough, spiky outside. And these kinna are like underwater chainsaws. They eat all of the seaweed, and that seaweed is someone else's home, someone else's food, so despite being a native animal, kind of not being very good. But that's due to us, so not their fault. Would you like to hold that?
How does that feel, dude?
Hard. And really, wow.
Just it's a little starfish. You touch those all the time. You can hold it. You gonna hold it, Mac?
Good boy.
Don't drop it. Okay.
Thank you, can you show me?
Show Dad.
So these hermit crabs don't make this outside shell, they have to go out and search to find it. So this would have had a nice little sea sail in there. And as these hermit crabs grow larger, they'll leave that shell in search of a larger one. You might see they've got one kind of larger claw than the other, so when they're tucked up in the shell they can cover it with a claw as if they've kind of closed their doors so no one else can get in there. Awesome animals.
You're loving this, aren't you, Alex?
Yeah.
Would you like to hold it? Tuck in. Oh, that's alright.
Hold something else.
Oh, I've got a a couple of green-lipped mussels here. Have you
Wow.
ever eaten a green-lipped mussel before?
No.
No, they're pretty good eating. So they're the sort of ones that you see at the supermarket, restaurants, that sort of thing.
How big would those be inside there?
Oh, they pretty much almost fill up the whole shelf. They're absolutely huge. When they get that big, they're not very good eating. They get a bit chewy and a bit tough, the larger that they get. But these ones are absolutely huge. The waters in the Marlborough Sounds are quite sheltered, really high levels of plankton, so you get some really ridiculous sizes. But no, absolutely huge. So this boat was moored up here in 2016, and since then we've built an artificial structure along the outside. So all the life you see here, all the fishies, they've come here naturally and made themselves at home basically. But at the front of the boat we do have an enclosed sea pen with some larger varieties of fish. We've got some you might see some pretty big crayfish that are lurking in between the rocks. So we keep those fish for a couple of months, we cycle them in and out. So we don't keep them forever, it's just time for people to see these fish that unfortunately you don't really see too often in our ring these days. Yeah, feel free to move around the boat and see all the different kinds of fish. I will point them out. You might see that the longer, thinner ones will be the yellow-eyed mullet. They have a yellow eye and often quite big skulls at the back. The other really common fish is the spotty. Yeah, I'm hoping we might get a visit from a pretty big fish that we get called a leather jacket. If you've ever seen one before, they're a really funky looking fish with a big bulging eye and bright yellow fins. But my spotty is pretty big pointed out.
How do they know which is your bad toe?
What does it feel like?
Right on your bad.
They do have inward facing teeth, if they don't want to eat your fish. They do have quite an interesting feel, quite spicy, quite soft. If you like a little bit of pellet, just to let you know that they will nibble your hands a little bit, so if you keep them kind of nice and flat, Gary, a small baby, really nibble, but probably not going to.
Hello.
Can you help me feed?
Your hands flat,
Now
Becky,
you
like
tell
this.
everyone that you can feed a really weird goat.
That baby goat.
That might be the mum, isn't it?
That's Mum, and that's her brother.
Go on top of me.
Okay, maybe I should give you a try.
At the end of the day, we started to make trips back to the boat and the tender, while the boys had fun playing on the beach. The water taxi left with a boat full of day stayers returning to Picton, and the boys were pretty happy to have all the beach toys to themselves for a while. Then one last swim and we were on our way. Just around the corner to Flipper Bay. Where 1 minute the sun was shining and the next we had thunder, lightning and a whole lot of rain.
We were running low on water, and then this afternoon, water. So much so that we literally can't capture it all. Every single container and bucket we have is now overflowing with water. We haven't had showers for how long?
I haven't had one in about 3 weeks or so. And I had a shower for 9 weeks. I haven't had 9 weeks.
The man scrambled for free water.
This little thing. This is the wrong place.
I just put it under the
So how long did that take? Like a minute?
No, less, 30 seconds.
Oh my god. Refill the
I guess we're doing washing tomorrow.
The washing machine's full as well over there.
Oh, there's a washing machine over there. There's the washing machine filling.
Come down here.
Oh, that's refreshing.
After the excitement of the short-lived storm, and with a stocked water supply, we made our way up the Tory Channel. This is the main route taken by the Inter-Islander ferry, so we're excited to see it pass us as we turn into Onapua Bay. With a northerly wind forecast, we found a great place to drop anchor in Tower Bay.
Okay, so we're just rolling away from the beach on the tender, trying to look for a reef shark.
Yeah, reef shark. Yeah.
Dad's rowing.
So we're going to the beach and we're looking for a rig shark.
Oh,
Yeah,
a rig.
So Mum and Maya were just at the beach on the paddleboard and they said they saw a rig shark and a big massive stingray. So now it's boys' mission.
Yeah. If it's a big massive stingray, wouldn't it probably be like an eagle ray?
Maybe.
If it's an eagle ray, then it would be like the eagles looking for an eagle ray. Max. Me. The boat. Us going away from the boat in the tender.
Alex can.
The head of Tower Bay is very shallow, so it's a great place to snorkel and see plenty of fish. In summer, the shallow water feels warmer too, so it's very inviting for swimming. We had a bit of rain as we were leaving Tower Bay, but we had a stunning journey back through the Queen Charlotte and Outer Sounds,
Queen Charlotte. It's been awesome.
with dolphins following us on the Cook Strait and lovely calm conditions all the way back to Pelorus. On our way to the Queen Charlotte Sound, we went around Forsyth Island, so on the way back, we decided to take the shortcut through the Allen Strait, also known as Guards Pass. We'd been told by locals that there can be strong currents through this area, with eddies and whirlpools. I guess we picked a good day.